إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح لهذه الأمة فجعلها على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فخير الكلام كلام الله، وخير الهدي هدي سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. الإمام ابن الجوزي said, it is told that one day a dog came to the lion, and he said to the lion, "You are the king of the beasts. Please change my name." So the lion said to him, "You deserve your name. You are a dog." The dog said to him, "Give me a chance to prove to you." So the lion gave him a piece of meat and said to him, "Keep it with you till tomorrow, and we'll take care of what you have requested." The dog became hungry. The dog kept on staring on the piece of meat that he had with him. He was patient in the beginning from the temptation of eating that piece of meat. Then he failed and said to himself, "There's nothing wrong of being called a dog. Being called a dog is a good name," and he had eaten that piece of meat. Imam Ibn al-Jawzi elaborate on this example. He said there are people with that level of low morale and self-esteem. There are people who accept minimum or the bare minimum that they have the potential to go beyond that. He said there are people of low expectation, low value, low self-esteem. They are willing to lose just because of their desire, short-term desire. One day, Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu, he passed by men who were talking to each other. So he went towards them. All of a sudden, everybody became quiet. He said to them, "What are you doing?" They said, "We are aspiring and hoping." He said to them, "Well, shall I join you?" They said, "Yes, join us. And since you are Amir al-Mu'mineen, you start first. Tell us what is your wish." He said, "I wish I had men filling this home that we are sitting in, just like Abi Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah and Salim Mawla Abi Hudayfa." Salim was a man who was strong in his relationship with Allah, never feared anybody but Allah Almighty. As for Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah, I heard the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for every nation there is a trustee, and the trustee of our nation is Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah. In a third incident, Abdullah, Mus'ab, Urwa bin Zubayr, and Ibn Umar, they were together. And they were talking to each other about their wishes and aspirations. Ibn Zubayr said, I wish to become a Khalifa of the Muslims, a president of the Muslim nation. Urwa said, I wish that I would become a scholar of Islam and people would take the knowledge that I teach it to people. Mus'ab said, I wish to be the governor of Iraq and marry so and so. He named a woman that he wants to marry. Ibn Umar radiallahu anh, he said, as for me, I wish that Allah would give me the forgiveness. Later on, each one of them got their wish as they wished, and Allah had granted to them. Yet Ibn Umar was smart enough to wish something beyond their expectation and the scope. That is, he wanted the forgiveness of Allah more valuable to him than the others. Ahmad ibn Hanbal, a man came to him from Khurasan. Khurasan is a precinct, part of Iran. He said, I've traveled to you all the way from Khurasan for one question, O Imam. He said to him, ask me the question that you have. He said to him, when does the Muslim relax after worshipping Allah? Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal said, when he sets his foot in paradise. The only time the Muslim would enjoy the taste of relaxation when his foot is in paradise. Ibrahim ibn Adham, one of the scholars of Islam, a man came to him and said to him, give us your advice, something that we can take as an advice. He said, if you see people busy with matters that are in this dunya, go and get busy with things that are related with the hereafter. If you see people busy with this dunya, get busy about your fate and your final destination. I would like to comment on that, brothers and sisters. Perhaps you know nowadays the whole world is reacting to the epidemic. And the advice of Ibrahim ibn Adham, he said, when you see people busy with this dunya, get busy with the hereafter. Imam Sa'di said, when people are in despair, and that desperation could almost reach their hearts, for giving up hope, Allah Almighty will bring the answer to their call, and things will be better after that hardship. And after this hardship, people would realize, and it will leave in their heart, the knowledge about the mercy of Allah Almighty. I repeat again. He said, when people get desperate and desperation reaches to their hearts, Allah Almighty will bring in relief to them, and that relief will remain in their hearts, and they'll never forget it for the rest of their lives. So they know that there is a creator for this universe. One of the scholars was asked, because of this epidemic, shall we not pray in the masjid and therefore pray at home? He said, no, because praying Jum'ah in the masjid is the reason that Allah Almighty will remove that desperation and that crisis that you are in. When Allah sees people in Jama'ah asking Allah Almighty. Imam Shafi'i said, I've never seen a cure for an epidemic more than tasbih. Subhanallah. This is the cure that the Muslim should stand with. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a daily principle in his daily supplications to Allah. Allahumma na'udhuka min al-baras wal-junun wal-judam wa nisai al-asqam. In moral sense, oh Allah Almighty, I seek refuge on you. This is a daily principle. Not only when there is an epidemic or there is an issue like that. It should be part of your daily supplications of the day and the evening that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to say on a daily basis. One of these, I ask you Allah to spare us from any type of disease that is prevailing and protect us from it. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, more or less in the hadith, that when people disobey Allah and do all types of haram, Allah Almighty would test them with certain cures, with certain diseases and ailments they've never seen in their forefathers. Brothers and sisters, people started worshipping science more than Allah Almighty. Mankind, with all the advancement that he had in himself, all of a sudden thought of himself that he is the creator of this universe. He went into the space and he has all type of technology, and they became with millions of weapons and arms, and they could do everything. All of a sudden the human race started focusing on humans, on their achievements, and they forgot that there is a creator to the universe. Get yourself out of it. Who sent that virus for people to remember? We as Muslims, we have two duties. One of them is the health thing, that advisories that told you to do about. But there is the spiritual healing, the spiritual practice that a Muslim that has to do on his daily basis. The spiritual practice in times of epidemics, first of all, asking Allah for forgiveness. Second thing, as Imam Shafi'i said, tasbih. Third thing, zakat and sadaqat should be on a daily basis that you give. Imagine that. Imagine if all Muslims in the world started behaving in that matter. Other communities where they have mass chaos and they're going to the supermarkets and taking off the shelf food and things, and all of a sudden they see Muslims in peace, mindfulness, harmony, praying together, giving charity at the time where people are holding on to their money. This is how Islam spreads. Islam is not in theories, Islam is in practice. If you want to make people believe in Islam, talking will not do any good. Your action is 1,000 languages and 100,000 different directions. It's an opportunity for us as Muslims to wake up from worshipping science and worshipping Allah Almighty. You have to take the medical precautions, but also the spiritual precautions you have to grab onto. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان يوم الدين. Brothers and sisters, we are at a time and age and era that the holder of his faith is just like what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, is like a person who holds hot charcoal in his hand. And remember very well, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said to his companions that there will be a day and age that a Muslim among that era is worth 70 of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in their faith. And then when they asked the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, why are these people more rewarded than us? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said to them, you find support with me, that is the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and the companions of me around you, yet they don't have the support. So therefore, we as Muslims, it's about time to review our stand, to review our faith, and fulfill what Allah had told us, to gather up our faith and succeed, inshallah. اللهم اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أسررنا وما أعلنا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من سيء الأسقام. اللهم احفظ هذا البلد سائر بلاد المسلمين من الأوبئة والآفات يا رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لنا خطأنا وجهلنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وما أنت أعلم به منا. اللهم اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أسررنا وما أعلنا. أنت المقدم وأنت المؤخر وأنت على كل شيء قدير. اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا التي هي عصمة أمرنا، واصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، واصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا، واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. اللهم نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها مولاها. اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك وبفضلك عمن سواك. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقم الصلاة.